For a second I thought I did something wrong. Alright, hey everyone, welcome to today's stream. I've changed my webcam to cover the chat, because I actually need to see that when we're doing the trial. So without further ado, let's go search for Hildibrand. Alright. Let me just start recording. Or, no, that's the wrong button. I don't want to start replay buffer, I want to start recording. It's a near thing, I say, a near thing. The wolf burglar struck again. Oh no, what happened this time? I don't like that the music is all happy. I, Hildibrand, stand ready to assist any and all who seek redress for crimes dastardly and daring. My keen inspector sense has led me hither. Speak, my good man. What injustice befell you here? Inspectors. Hold on, let me just... Ah, yes, the Westerners. I remember you, girl. You're so eager to hear the tale that I should be glad to tell it. It was him, the wolf burglar. Bold as ever, he attempted to steal the finest sword of my collection, the Saburo Tsukahiro, in broad daylight. By the kami, but you said he attempted? And failed. Little did the fool know I had recently employed a new bodyguard, a peerless samurai worth every koban. So the fiend was able to abscond your precious blade. Truly, you are fortunate indeed, Master Akavano. Yet surely this is not the end of it. The wolf burglar has his pride. He is not wont to forsake a prize. I have no doubts that the thief will come for the blade again and again. I pray you permit me to aid your men in protecting this treasure, that we finally bring this villain to justice. Now, you have spirit, I'll grant you that, but I have no need of additional guards. Yojimba alone is worth 100 men, if not more. Mr. Akamano, I think you underestimate this foe. Try my patience, boy. I have made my decision, and I will not suffer it to be questioned further. Find another way to earn the Segumi's approval. Now then, I have a pressing engagement in Sanjo Hanamachi to which I have been looking forward all week. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let this business with the wolf burglar delay me further. Good night. I fear he has let this turn of luck lull him into a full sense of complacency. He should be doubling the guard or tripling it, if only he would reconsider. If he will not reason to listen, then he must be made listen to reason. When in doubt, try again. It's not the most well thought out plan, just like most of Hildibrand's plans. For lack of anything better, let us follow him and once more impress upon him the gravity of the situation. This isn't gonna go well. Ask all you like, but the answer's still no. There's a very short list of people who get to pass, and none of you lot are on it. Applaud your diligence, I do, but we are here to help. If you admit us to speak with Akabana, we might convince him to let us stand guard over the Saburo Tsukahiro. Ah, so that's your game. Trick the daft Dorman into letting you in. They can steal the sword. How stupid do you think I am? As if you consort with the likes of you lot, not a looker among you. Really, my mother has told me I'm quite handsome. I'm sure she has. Maybe if he was in the mood for a taiko mochi. Not today, though. Mr. Akamano made it quite clear they would only welcome additional entertainers. They were Geico of surpassing beauty, which you're not. So piss off! That went rather poorly. So as you have no choice but to resign yourselves to this outcome. Nay, sugar, I think we're not. For I have a plan of surpassing beauty if I do say so myself. Are you acquainted with any Geico, perchance? Well, There's an Nokia nearby whose proprietress may have given me a few odd jobs. Wait, what exactly is your plan? All should become clear in time. Lead the way to this Nokia. Jesus. Most humble greetings to you, fairest maiden. I, Hildibrand, am able to understand that you are an acquaintance of Shigure here. I've given the hapless fool a handle or two, and now he shows up on my doorstep in the company of Vision inspectors. I can only assume this means he's yet to find honest work. Accurate. Indeed, much to our chagrin, he is not gainfully employed at present, but that regrettable circumstance does not bring us to you. Nay, it is a matter of far greater import. A grave injustice which must be averted at all costs. Can you stop falling asleep? To that end, my lady, I'd have you clothe my steadfast assistant in your finest kimono. For but a brief time only, you may be assured, it shall be returned to you post. This guy really is something. Loan you a kimono, just like that? I'm in a kimono, just like that? I'm not sure what mischief you inspectors get up to in your line of work. But in ours, a kimono is priceless. No Geico worth her salt, but simply let a stranger parade around town in hers. Not for nothing, at least. If you are truly in desperate need of my assistance, then you should be willing to pay for it. Say 70,000 yours in Gil? Should I say how we get it? Alright, screw it. Be that as it may, there's no need to rely upon your generosity. I'm more than capable of paying for this expense. Nashu, pay the woman. With what, Inspector? Your coin purse is empty. What? As of when? Oh dear, this is certainly flying the ointment. So your plan is to disguise Nashu as a Geico, that she may enter the company of Akavano and keep watch with the wolf burglar? I hesitate to call it one of surpassing beauty if it is our best option. Not even think to say it, my good man. I would never take the money of a down on his luck youth, with no job or skills to speak of. You really are an idiot. But of course, it is as ever, so simple. A means by which we may achieve our end without spending a single coin. When we reach time here, I've come to understand the myriad complexities of Hingan culture. There's a custom by which one may express the fervor of his conviction, like shaving every hair from his head, is there not? And there is Nashu. Well, yes, I suppose you have the right of it, but are you willing to go to such lengths to secure a kimono? I'll do the honors. No, you won't. Don't! God, I don't want to see a bold Nashu. I'm just indifferent, of course. A beauty reborn! Bald. My hair! My beautiful flowing locks! What have you done to me? I thought she was gonna cut her own hair. This is brilliant! Utterly brilliant! I don't think I've laughed so hard in ages! Chin up, Shigure. I dare say she did you a favor. The second Sekisegumi might be inclined to take you more seriously now. You have your kimono with my thanks. Never mind the gil. The entertainment you give me is payment enough, rich people. My lady, you are a saint! Are you ready, Nashu? Always, Inspector. Wait here, everyone. I'm sure it won't take long to put one of these things on, right? Oh, God. There is the potion from the AR part that just instantly regrows hair, so he'll be fine. Exactly! Exactly! What's the point in bringing those up if they don't do a thing? Barely. There is no greater truth than that if we trusted ourselves in the gods. Fate shall conspire to see us succeed. He's so mad. Is this the will of the kami? I believe I hear them coming. Ta-da! She does not look disguised. My dear Nashu, you look incredible. I'm not impressed. Wow, actually, yes, you do. You do. She looks every bit the Geico. I cannot fathom that doorman turning her away. Okay, buddy. Come, my friends. Let's put Nashu's disguise to the proof. This is not gonna go well. She looks obvious. Just get one of those potions from, like, from the guy who was bald. Oh, God. Say what you will with the rest of us. Would have to be blind to disparage my stalwart ass. That is the lovely Geico Nashu. A Geico, eh? Alright, let's have a look at you. This is damn peculiar. Oh ho ho! Where has this lovely lass been hiding? That's why Raman was sure to take a shine to you. Alright, the girl may enter. And no one else! Huzzah, it worked! Wish me luck. Yes, this isn't gonna go well. Though, is it wise to let her go alone? Ideally, at least Shasta or myself should have accompanied her, no? Oh, Shigure. I did tell you it was a plan of surpassing beauty, did I not? The hell? Oh no. Oh no, it's this guy. The sword would up here. The Soboro Tsukihiro. The Geico would up here. Chiyumi. What fortune that I may enjoy the company of the finest treasures the world has to offer. Their very presence makes the wine taste that much sweeter. Is this the guy we have to fight? I cannot agree. Yes, I know the answer to that. I cannot agree more, my lord. Alas, whereas you may lay hands upon your magnificent blade at whim. In vain, I struggle to navigate the endless labyrinth that is a woman's fickle heart. That which I desire I take, as will you, when my little project is complete. Chiyume, come and have a drink with us. Come, come. If my lords insist, I shall be glad to partake. Such a beautiful girl you are, and so skilled a dancer as well. You deserve only the best, and the very best you shall have. If you but give yourself body and soul to me. What? I fear my lord's rather admirable perseverance encroaches upon the obsessive. As I am sure I have told you 1,000 times before, I shall be glad to entertain one and all with the traditional arts. Stubborn as ever, I see. No matter. In due time you'll be mine, one way or another. He's a Twitch, so he's a Twitch streamer is what you're saying. Or a Twitch viewer, I mean. Begging your pardons, my lords. Oh, this is where this part comes from. Oh, this is a welcome surprise. My lord, did you call for another Geico? Never mind. Come, my dear, have a seat. Uh-oh. Salutations and greetings, my good sirs. Is it Hildibrand? It's Hildibrand. The hell? What the hell? What is the meaning of this? I explicitly said I would be receiving no Kaitaiko Machi this day. Far be it from me to judge a man for his pleasures, my lord. I fear this is a bridge too far for me. Oh no. Such beauty, such grace. Be that as it may, now is not the time. The day after tomorrow, perhaps, after I've had time to recover, but not today. Will my lord not reconsider? Will you allow me one dance to convince you? What is this quest line? Enough! Yojimbo! Remove this fetching of belligerent Taiko Mochi from my sight! Lay hands upon a fair maiden? I will do no such thing. Are you defying your master's order? The master has already paid you an unconscionable sum of money for your services? A contemptible master who consorts with lecherous dogs. I agreed to serve only as the sword's protector, not as the executor of your whims. Uh-oh. It's the wolf. There he is! The wolf burglar! Uh-oh. Impossible! At last, the villain reveals himself. We have you out now, most wolfish of burglars? I don't think so. Yes, it was I all along! Hildibrand! Master of disguise! Inspector of 1,000 faces! Defender of justice! What a clown. I feel so conflicted! So you're not a Taiko Mochi? Pity that. Bugger me, if it isn't the talking statue. Fancy meeting you here. Come to watch me see the Saburo Sukihiro? Well, you know how this goes. Uh-oh. Don't let him get away! Halt, fiend. It's a smoke bomb! Oh my god, we just ruined it. Oh my god! He's at the table! He got away. What happened? Ugh. There you are, my dear. You are unharmed. I'd be heartbroken if there were a single scratch upon my concubine-to-be! Jeez, this guy really is a misogynist. Oh! Deserved. My lord would do well to take greater care where he places his hands, should he wish to keep them. Confound it. How does he manage to escape every time? The smoke bombs. But rejoice, my friends, for he has failed his thievery once more. The sober Sukihiro remains safe and sound. You bald imbecile! Look at what you're holding! Does that even look remotely like it to you? Does it? Does it? For the record, I'm not actually bald. Be gone from my sight! And do not return until you have found my sword! After we went up to all that trouble, he still managed to steal it. I sacrificed my locks for nothing. Though I care increasingly less for Akabano, he nevertheless a man to be reckoned with. What meager reputation I have will be forfeit if we fail to bring the burglar to justice. We need not pursue him alone. Yojimbo has volunteered his services. Together, we may redeem ourselves. I think I know where he's headed. Alright, let's see where we are. So we're on... Oh wow, we still have a bit to go. I believe that he has fled to Yangxia. Consider the dagger I took from him in the chaos. Though old and worn, it has been well cared for over the years. It has worn as a tool to him, I think, and clearly of Doman design. What an amazing coincidence! The self-same details had also caught mine eye. I dare say you have the makings of an Inspector, Shigure. She'll endeavor to take that as a compliment. To Yangxia. My word, have you seen anything so full of splendor? But forgive me, we must not lose sight of the matter at hand. How shall we pursue our quarry? A very good question, to which I have no answer. I do. Woof woof. What a nice little doggy. Daigoro is more than a mere traveling companion. His sense of smell is unparalleled. Give over the burglar's dagger that he may track his scent. Brilliant idea. Here, take it. Sniff, sniff, woof, woof, woof. Oh ho, he has the scent already. With me, Nashu. Perhaps fate is conspiring to see us succeed after all. What if he's just a spy? What ails little Daigoro? Why will he go no further? How is it you remember his... ahem. 'Tis like there are Namazu about. Their stink befuddles his senses. Though unfortunate, we know the wolf burglar came this way. Perhaps if we search, we can find some other clues. Leave it to me, Shigure. If there are other clues to be found in these ruins, my keen inspector sense shall lead me to them. Wait for me, Inspector, wait for me. Ah, there they go again, charging off before we had a plan to discuss our plan of action. Must they always be so reckless? Nothing for it. Why don't you search the area to the northwest? Let me guess, it's gonna happen. That's Nashu. Oh. Why is he dead? Or appears dead. He's hiccuping. Alive I am, hale and healthy, yes. Nursing a rather vicious hangover from a surfeit of tea, but otherwise none the worse for wear. Without a thanks to you for waking me up, or is set upon by ravenous beasts or thieving bandits. You wouldn't happen to be a thieving bandit, would you? No, but I'm hunting a thieving bandit, a lupin. A lupin? Now that you mention it, I have some vague recollection of a traveler with an unusual sword across his back. I was even my teacups at the time, but I know what I saw. Huh? A drunken Namazu? What is his part in all this? You saw the wolf burglar? What luck? Which way did he go? It's all a bit of a blur, so I doubt my memory will be of any use. My barbels should do the trick, though. My adorable little friend, you need not strain yourself on our account. We too have ways of finding the fiend. Hildibrand! Yes, yes. My keen Namazu sense is telling me that the wolf burglar went that way. Yes, that way. Bruh. Hildibrand, please, which way? We may as well split up again. I'd help you but hangover. Yes, yes. Bye bye, friends. Have fun hunting the wolf burglar. You spy a somewhat conspicuous pair of gloves. If they belong to the wolf burglar, they may prove useful. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. Found something? I do not recall him wearing gloves, but for lack of other possible leads, I say let Daigoro follow this fresh scent. Now that Namazu is gone, you should have no difficulty finding the owner. Woof woof. Good news, Jim. We came as soon as we heard the barking. Now that the Namazu has departed, Daigoro is capable of pursuing our quarry once more. Our stalwart comrade found gloves that may have belonged to him, so we're about to see where they lead us. So he's got the scent. Quickly, Shas, we must not lose sight of him. Oh my god, it's him. It's him! There he is! We mustn't let him escape this time. Hold, Ronin. You know well how quick he can be. Let's leave the pursuit to the one he cannot outrun. Go, Daigoro. Seize the lupin. Uh-oh. Gosh, he's a fast doggy. Aye, there are none faster. Come, we must secure the sword and the thief. Oh, he doesn't... What is that? The noises. Wow! It didn't go well! What a surprise! He wins! He wins! Gosh, he really likes Koban, doesn't he? Well, we all have our weaknesses, I suppose. Still, there's no denying that that is a very, very good dog. How could he possibly have the nerve? Your lot really should have thought this through. Or if you're already forgotten, they've got friends in high places. Montaro, to me! Literally high places. Uh-oh. Hildibrand, you idiot! What are you doing? Wow, did it actually work? I can't believe it actually worked. What reality have we stepped into? Hey, the Kami! What have you done to my bird? Got you. What if he isn't the burglar? Rejoice, Shigure, for I, Hildibrand, have reclaimed the sword. Yes, it seems we have. But before I declare with certainty, I'd verify the authenticity of the blade. Let me guess, he's gonna steal it, but of course. He's definitely gonna steal it, 1,000,000%. Ah, this is no fake. It is indeed a work of art. A masterpiece that can only be the treasured sword. Ah, I just remembered I have urgent business in Kugane, which as well as it shall afford me the opportunity to return the sword to its rightful owner. Pray allow me to do so. You have my word, I shall surrender it to no one. Well, so much for that. How lucky we are to have a friend like Jim. Steadfast, loyal, honorable. A Vanderbilt vamman from another mother. Yeah, sure. Let's quit this place and return to Kugane with the wolf burglar. I'm sure the Sexigami have a tell with his name on it. Ethernet. What business have you with the sexy Segumi? The wolf burglar? The lupin who has made mock of me and my brothers. I, Shigure, and my comrades have successfully captured the notorious wolf burglar, and brought him here that we might surrender him into the custody of him. Well, glad we are to accept this unexpected bounty. The fiend has been a source of unending consternation for us. Many thanks to you all. Ready, bring him inside, honored friends. What? Who? Bloody fools, the lot of you, blind to the true villain in your midst. Ah. You're telling me that he was an imposter? Is it true then? The wolf burglar has been detained? Well done! Who must we thank for the auspicious turn of events? I, Hildibrand, did bring the wolf burglar to heel with my customary style and aplomb. Very good, very good. And the sword, where is it? Nash, you stop falling asleep. You mean you don't have it? I thought Yojimbo returned it to you. Yojimbo? That disrespectful disgrace of a samurai? Nay, I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I can only presume that Jim is currently enjoying a plate of dango at the Umineko Tea House before paying Master Akabano a visit. Or perhaps he absconded with it? This is all a joke to you people, isn't it? I like how I'm the only one who didn't laugh, because I'm the only non-clown. Uh-oh, he's mad. Of all this stupid, inexplicable, utterly unjustifiable, for what reason could you have possibly even a moment considered it wise to hold a single man, and not just any man either, a man I just expelled from my service? Mark me, Ronin, if you fail to deliver that sword, I shall make the focus of my remaining years that your dreams go unfulfilled. Huh, we certainly can't have that. Which reminds me, Sugar Ray. You once told me it was your dream to serve alongside us. Is that still the case? They're gonna say no. Yes, sir, it is. Good. Because in light of your recent accomplishment, I would like nothing more to induct you into the Sekusei Gumi. What say you? It would be an honor, sir. Glad to hear it. There are, of course, some procedures and discussions with my superiors that must come first, but we may attend to them now, if your commands do not mind waiting. Not at all. We will await your triumphant return. Guess this is gonna go well. My friends, it is finished. Let me guess, he gets overconfident. A Shigure reborn. It's like a realm reborn. But better. Well, I would not dare put it in such grandiose terms. But indeed, I feel as though I am a changed man. And as you three have changed me for the better. A thousand thanks to you, Shas, Hildibrand, and Nashu. Though I've only just become a Sekusei Gumi, I've already been given my first assignment. I have to pursue the renegade Yojimbo and recover the Saburo. Alas, as a new recruit, I have been afforded no additional men or resources to accomplish this task. If I am to succeed, I will need all the help I can get. Say no more, Sugar Ray. I should be glad to give it. I, Hildibrand, hereby re-swear to help you scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for Jim and the Saburo Sukehiro. Jim. And so our hunt begins again. Wait for me, Inspector, wait for me! Nah, whatever. That wasn't even the real wolf burglar. No one knows that. Part of me still struggles to believe it. The wolf burglar captured, and myself a Sekusei Gumi. I cannot thank you enough for all you have done for me. What an odd circuitous path it is that has led to this point. To be honest, the most vexing complication was the loss of my hair. Now she assures me, hey Steven! She is already in the process of procuring a food tonic to remedy that. So there we go! Once more, we find ourselves waiting for fate to spur our story forward. Until we have a lead, we can all but enjoy our respite. And there's a cutscene. Hildibrand will return in the black heart beneath. That was a long quest. It's possible you may not finish today. possible I'll have to do it off stream. See you, Inspector! Alas, Shigure seems utterly devoid of hair and hope. You look well, Shas. I hear your adventures have not been too taxing. As for myself, the search continues. Would that I could claim even a measure of progress. Ah, Shigure, there you are. We thought perhaps to find you inside, my bold man, but I see you are here, and in the company of my stalwart assistant. Bald, you of all people should. Having failed to seize upon new information of value, or in passing relevance, we're in the midst of reconsidering our investigative strategy, but tell me, have you heard word of Jim and our missing sword? Jim, who is— ah yes, Yojimbo. No, as I was just telling Chas, I've made no progress since we spoke. You seem distressed, Shigure. If you get pined for your lost locks, then pine no longer, for we brought you a hair tonic. Really? Well, it's actually a very considerate gesture, thank you. Don't drop it! Why not try it now? Aye, the sooner the better, perhaps. Here he is. The dead man. I say, to me Master Hildibrand and his bosom companions yet again. Truly, the Kami have been kind to me. It is always a pleasure to see you, man of the old horde. Were you not bound for Eorzea? Why are you yet in the Far East? Indeed, I thought to return home and rejoin my brothers. And to that end I did call upon a local fisherman to see your passage. There's from him that I heard a tale most fascinating which compelled me to stay. Afuna Yuri, a far eastern variety of undead, had been seen wandering on Isle's shore. As my previous attempts to recruit fellow zombies had met with failure, I thought why not broaden my criteria and appeal to this ghost in the spirit of camaraderie. Alas, it is a most elusive quarry. Rather shy, it would seem. I sought to learn more of the Funa Yuri by questioning the people of the city. Not Yuri, don't say that, but have been unsuccessful thus far. I see. I realize this is sudden. When your inquiries, did you hear mention of Jim? Jim? I fear I've heard not of that particular person spirit. Though to be honest, not all have been willing to entertain my company, perhaps due to my undead nature. Easy to hear that. In this world, there remain people prejudiced against the living impaired. You seek this Jim, Master Hildibrand? If so, I should be glad to help. Useless it would be wise to change your attire. The people's reluctance to speak with you may be due to your passing resemblance to a certain wolfish fugitive, who until recently terrorized the city. Oh, careless of me. I shall change into something less conspicuous at once. And it's settled. When at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us split up and speak with men and women of Kugane. Yojimbo, you say? The name does ring a bell. The Lupin fellow was asking after him as well, though that was some time ago. He's since been detained. The Lupin, not your Yojimbo, that is. Now that I can imagine why. He's no criminal. Why, when I told him how my mother had taken ill, he gave me the Koban to purchase for medicine, without my asking or anything. They say he's done terrible things, but a man like that, I refuse to believe it. If there's any justice in this world, he'd be set free. Let me guess, you're searching for a man named Yojimbo. They questioned me about the Segumi questioned me about him not long ago. Very desperate to find him they were. I doubt they will receive much help from the populace at present, though. The Kugane wolf burglar has been arrested, despite what the multi-elite would have you believe. He has no Duzimina observing the harsh sentence. But I think he is a hero to the downtrodden, having shared the spoils with the least among us. If you ask me, they ought to take a closer look at the merchants he targeted. Akabano, in particular, has been at the center of many dark rumors. In light of the wolf burglar's detainment, many are less than willing to aid the Segumi in their activities. And unfortunately, if you suspect you to be working with them, you too may find your overtures rebuffed. Oh, you're also pursuing Yojimbo? The Segumi were asking after him the other day. I'll tell you what I told them. I've never heard of the man. Even if I did know something, I don't know if I'd want to tell them. You know the wolf burglar? The one they locked away? Rumor has it they intend to inflict upon him terrible punishments for his so-called crimes. Madness, I tell you, madness. That is worrying. Every single one of the burglar's victims were among the most notorious scoundrels of the city. Greedy merchants with no scruples whatsoever. What's more, everything he stole he gave to the poor and needy. And yet they cry of him as a villain. Fools. I agree with her! Secretly. I see, and what have you learned, Shas? Apparently our certain Lupin is well loved. Huh, I had no idea the plight of the wolf burglar weighed upon the minds of so many. What exactly did they say? A hero to the poor and downtrodden? A criminal who simply gave away his hard-won spoils? This is quite unexpected. Whatever aspersions they may cast upon his victims, the law is the law. Even disreputable merchants are deserving of fair and equitable treatment. To ignore their plight is to let the mob decide their fate. That said, clear that some may withhold information or protest is cause for concern. As a man of the Segumi, I cannot help but feel conflicted. If I may, Shiguri, it may be best to dress in less conspicuous clothing, at least for the time being. I hate to say it, but that is a sensible suggestion. Surprisingly, perhaps I should make use of my old kimono. Yet if I were to do so, my face is already known. They remark me as a Segumi, and perhaps even resent my attempts to deceive them. I got an idea. Why not ask the wolf burglar? If he's so popular with the people, who knows what secrets they've told him? Ask the wolf burglar? Both he and Yojimbo had designs on it. It's possible they might know one another. Well done, Nashu. I was a mere moments from reaching the self-same conclusion. Sure you were. It's settled then. Let's go and question the prisoner without further delay. Greetings, well met, comrade. If I may have a moment of your time. We may ascertain the whereabouts of the fugitive Yojimbo. We wish to speak with the Kugane wolf burglar. Will you permit us to enter? Certainly, Shiguri. We'll indeed you in your investigation. Follow me. I don't think he's the real wolf burglar. Even if he is, I sympathize with him. I hope you're enjoying our hospitality. I come bearing questions. The questions, eh? For little me, you say? Following your arrest, The Ronin Yojimbo absconded with the sword you stole from Master Akabano. He remains at large. We have reason to believe the sword was his objective all along. Given that it was yours as well, I thought you might know something of the man and his motive. Everyone knows that the sword's worth a bloody fortune and then some. But finding a buyer for a masterpiece as famous as that, especially after the word of its death has spread far and wide, well, good luck with that, says I. Well, why they truly have to avail themselves of the services of certain disreputable folks, with whom I have to be intimately acquainted. I'd be happy to introduce you lot, as soon as you set me free. That ain't happening. What? Absolutely not! That is out of the question. Then we got nothing more to discuss. Best be on your way. Now, Shigure, let's not be too quick to judge. The goodly men and women of Kugane are willing to trust in his good intentions, but perhaps we should as well. An awful lot of people were willing to vouch for his character. What they say is true, then it would be wrong to see him hanged. I'll propose to my superiors that you be temporarily released into our custody for the purposes of our investigation. Should you abide by the terms of our arrangement, you may receive leniency. What say you? I say you've got yourself a deal, Baldy. Hey, what happened to the thing? Will they ever consider my proposal, though? The deliberations alone may prove time-consuming if they refuse. Remind me, Nashu, do you have that hair tonic on you? I sure do, Inspector. Now's a good time as ever to try it, don't you think? Here, in the gal. Well, far be it from me to refuse. Remember to use the whole bottle, my good man. Pour it out over your head until not a single drop remains. Why is he wearing sunglasses? Why is she wearing sunglasses? This seems rather wasteful, but if you insist. I feel strange, like my scalp is— Oh, buy the Kami! He didn't use the whole bottle. Shigure, are you alright? I heard you shouting. The light! It bought them. There are too many. Hey! Hey! He escaped! You idiots! And turn and flex and shake and bounce. Perfection! Rejoice, my goodly burglar, as I have liberated you from your unjust imprisonment. You know, see here, Inspector. Alright. Huh? What happened? Has the prisoner escaped? Still in the cell, I see. What in the world was that blinding light? 1,000 pardons. One of my associates was carrying a small explosive, one of which detonated unexpectedly. I of course bade her take the others outside immediately for safety's sake. I believe that explains that, yes? Yes, right then, if you'll excuse me. Ah yes, of course. Very good. He's getting fired. When did Shigure regrow his hair? Perfect. How we managed to escape undetected, I have no idea. I can't but pray that our ruse will remain intact. The Wolfburger led the others into the waterways. We should follow. That was actually kinda genius. Ow. What dungeon was Kuga? Oh wait, I remember now. Been down here before? If so, you might have met my friends already. An untemptable lot, all of Kugani's cast-offs. If anyone's heard of Pete from Rikori, it would be them. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, you're looking well for a rat bastard. Takes a wolf to know a rat, ha! To what do we owe the pleasure? And more importantly, how do you slip free of the sexy game's news? Well, my dashing good looks and my silver tongue, how else? Whenever you mind that, I need information, Koju. Do you now? Or is it the sexy Gumi at your shoulder the one asking the questions? I need to give the lad a hard time. He did right by me. I mean to return the favor. You mean you're helping him? Have you gone mad? Well, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours need worry your hilly little heads over. Give us a hand and we'll get you out of your hair. Wolf's honor. They're not a bad hunch, really. But let's try to make it living on the straight and narrow. Some even had a mind to join the Seke Segumi, like you, who were found wanting for this reason or that. When honest work's no longer an option, that leaves the other sort. The dangerous, the disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's gotta do it, and so these industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe they're not the kind you prefer to hobnob with. But while you're in their company, I'd ask that you comport yourselves with a modicum of civility. I should like to believe I have done just that. You'll forgive me if I've given you any reason to think otherwise. See? Fast friends we are. Right then, we're after a bloke what goes by the moniker of Yojimbo. Heard tell of the man? Yojimbo, no. Can't say it rings a bell. Oh, wait, I knew you knew him. Know a fellow by the name of Yojimbo? Well, there you have it. Might be different if he had a bounty on his head. What do you do anyway? Piss in the buggy was rice porridge? Ah, well, if only. Sold a Soboro Sekiro, he did. Bugger me, that's a beauty. Wonder why though. Finding a buyer, even through the black market, would be a challenge and a half. And if he'd put even out the word he was looking, we'd have heard about it by now. Can't believe Usagi Yojimbo fell into a life of crime. Hold on. Is that an actual name? Oh my god, it's a comic series! That's funny. Ah, to come all this way and leave with nothing. Here, let's not call it a day just yet. Assuming this Yojimbo didn't steal the sword for a challenge, there's only two reasons to take it, to sell it or to keep it. If it's not about the money, then I doubt this is his first prize or his last. This is your daily reminder that I'm a Macedork. Yeah, I know. I just find it funny because it fits perfectly, especially since Hingashi is based on Japan. Hark! My keen inspector sense whispers and squeaks. Of a thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake. Aye, what he said, I suppose. If he's a collector, then only the best will do. Jesus' next target may be, ooh, I don't know. The Ame no Murakumo? Wait, the Ame no Murakumo? Well, I thought that was way more than a fairy tale. Do you mean to say the fabled Sword of Elda actually exists? I don't remember this. The Yu-Gi-Oh monster. I see. You what? I have so many questions. But first, where did this all happen? Of course it was Yu-Gi-Oh! How is it in the Kojin of the Red's Treasure Vault, eh? If that's the case, then it seems that you ought to continue your search in the Ruby Sea, no? May well be the best place for us to look. In that case, let us brook no further delay and head to the Ruby Sea at once. Think that the Ame no Murakumo is not only real, but that was brought to bear against you and yours by Kami of unfathomable strength. The Metsurugi archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based on mythical Japanese swords. I looked it up and I found a comic series. Ahem, in any event, we now know where we might search, the Ruby Sea. Before I may leave, however, there's a matter of great import to which I must attend. Perhaps that's an overstatement. I speak of the inspector's earlier advice concerning my garments. I will meet you at the Ruby Price after I have changed. Pray go on ahead without me, I insist. Oh, okay, that makes sense. The sword being real, right. There is no rest for the righteous, or whatever term one might use to describe Hildibrand. As all set for another trip into the glittering westward expanse? I know I am. Let's hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Price and wait for Shigure there as he requested. Come along. Okay, it's gonna be faster if we just get this one. This is the wrong way. Can't go that way. Wouldn't be enough of 14 quests if you didn't spend nearly as much time running around as you do actually progress in the quest. Accurate. Oh, it's Shigure! Over here, over here! He looks like a ninja! By the Kami! I thought you were someone else at first! Well, since it suggested I should wear something other than the garments of Asake Segumi for a time, I paid a visit to Kugane Dori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire. It's quite the change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself. I didn't realize you could be so fashionable. Fashionable? Please, Nashu, you gave me too much credit. I'd say, that getup with the Zori, I don't see that becoming a trend. Not that it matters. We didn't come here to mess about, eh? We got a collector to catch. Assuming he's after the sword, then we've got to get to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? By air or by underwater passage, eh? Bit more tricky than I thought. Without the blessing of the Kojin, the layer seems almost impossible. What about that bird of yours? Montaro, was it? After what the inspector did to him? Ha! He'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon, assuming he's even fit to fly. It was a somewhat traumatic experience for all involved, aye. Forgive my bluntness, my wolfish compatriot. It hurts me that we've yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the sword. Did not Koju say that selling such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult? It's not stealing to take back what was stolen, That black-hearted bastard Akibano prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai, lived a humble life to avoid amongst luxuries. A righteous man who'd never turned his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who'd fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts save each other's company. And then one day a merchant came calling, asking after the sword, asking him to part with his prized possession. But a sword is a samurai's soul, and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes tack and worms his way into the samurai affairs. Small sums up first, but bigger than bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owns the merchant a veritable mountain of coin. So he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor. But while strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick, and soon after he passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world. At that time, you were only... He left Kigane for a time and returned years later from Yanxia, having learned the ways of the shinobi, that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others as he had helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai sword, and the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride. All this time, Akabano was your main objective. When he broke into his shop, you were searching for the sword. You kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in doing so, he would eventually reveal its location. And it is settled. It must be returned to its rightful owner. Hey. Oh, and... Oh, nope, chat's back. Hey, if it's so hard for people to reach the Isle of Zeki, how is your Jimbo planning to get there? I did not know. Regardless, if he was headed there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we question the pirates and see if any have observed the traveler resembling him. We are of the same mind, Shigure. To Sakazuki, post haste. Good swords, good dogs. The world's worst pirates may have seen something. I know, right? These guys are terrible pirates. Come on, where are you? Oh, there they are. I'll remember you. Looking for more dead men? A real thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and oversized gyada? Trevor like that would not escape my notice, which is to say I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you. Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Oh no, we can't read Empire ships. What if they shoot at us? You're pirates, you cowards. Should be the best equipped to fight... Or shoot at us. You should be the best equipped to fight the Empire. Honestly. Confederates. What was that? Lanky samurai with a large hat? I spoke with a Trevor like that. Had a dog with him too. Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the Isle of Zeki. Couldn't imagine why, but with the Red being as unwelcoming as they are, and there being no place to talk about. I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Did I see a dog of his not long ago on the beach below? Wondering about it, I hope he didn't abandon him. You have been tremendously helpful. 1,000 thank yous. Surely the canine in question is Doguro. We must gather the others and search for his beloved companion. How are we going to get there? Doguro! You Doguro! Oh, I think I see him over there. Huh, maybe he doesn't like us anymore. Now, you've also got to give the pup the right incentive is all. Incentive? Treat. Surely it can't be that simple. See for yourself. Woof woof. That was close. Money! The thing all beings crave. Ah yes, money. Except on Earthbound. Wait, no. Earthbound has money. Mother 3. So that's all it takes to win him over, eh? A single Koban. Greedy little thing. Hush, Shigure. Daigoro is a good dog. And now he will lead us to his master. Woof woof. And Star Trek, for that matter. This is quite a fix indeed. Woof woof. Girl, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy? There's money in Star Trek, just the Federation won't use it. That is true. Jim, my good man, I mean you rapscallion, you've nowhere to run. Cease your shenanigans or relinquish the sword at once. This guy's a clown. I will do no such thing. Ever since I was bested by your tight-lipped associate over yonder, I yearned for an opportunity to redeem myself. And so I set about searching for stronger swords with which I might bring my everything to bear. Gold Press Latinum is used by literally everyone else except the Federation. True? True. Except on Deep Space Nine, I guess. I thought to claim victory with the Ame no Murakumo in hand. The circumstances demand we settle this here and now, then so be it. Say your hand, my friend. Though I know you only mean well. Securing the sword is a great responsibility as falls too. I, Hildibrand, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. That was close. Prepare to be amazed as the sword is delivered into my opening arms. He's overconfident. Daigoro, come here, let Hildy give you a big belly rub. Daigoro, you will do no such thing. Good doggy. What? Betrayal! The inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells of money? Until you surrender the thing, I'll give him the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of your pleasure, such as my ultimatum. Daigoro! Daigoro! Return to me this instant! Oh, fie on it. You win. The sword is yours. By the Kami, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildibrand's power to negotiation was impressive. Yeah, he just got lucky. Now the dog's gonna be mad. Uh-oh. Mommy! Run, Hildibrand, run! Uh-oh. Yeah, that's kinda happening. Jeez. Oh look, they used the same texture. That's what you get for not giving him belly rubs. Wait, where is the sword? Right where it belongs. You fiend! Return it at once! That's far enough, all of you. Uh-oh. Bugger me, where did they come from? Ah, this isn't over. They're gonna be mad at him. Shigure, what is this I hear about you setting free a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see, Inspector Hildibrand and I, in order to track down Yojimbo and the sword, we needed to enlist the assistance of the wolf burglar. To that end, we removed him from the gallows, temporarily, of course. We have every intention of returning him to his cell. And how do you intend to do so when your prisoner has taken flight? You idiot. Shigure, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape. Be reasonable. You know full well that everything you did was to achieve a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. We will return with the thing and the wolf burglar, I swear to you. Sure you will. Don't clap for that. I understand you're his friend, but to make an exception would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own. Ah, yes, limited government. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That went about as well as I expected. What a miscarriage of justice to see our Shigure spirited away like a common criminal, in complete disregard for any extenuating circumstances. It falls to us to find a way to right this wrong. This is no place to devise a plan. To Kugane. Why are those guys running? What are they doing? Oh my good man, I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return, I have been racking my brain trying to conceive of a means by which we can be free from his predicament, but to no avail. Absconding with the sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favors, and yet I do not think his tale of the samurai in Akabano was a lie. My keen inspector sense tells us that the many threads of his tale are converging upon a single point not far from now, in which all truth should be laid bare for all to see. Core! That's what I like to hear, and I agree. I don't think the wolf burglar is bad at all. Once they realize that, they're sure to let Shigure off the hook, don't you think? Guys are idiots. I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most desirous of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akabano at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant. Yes, and sir, Inspector. I don't know what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. I suppose this day was bound to come, no matter. Soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Hehehe. This time on Hildibrand. The Hildibrand will return, and the past is never past. See you, Inspector! Next time on Hildibrand. Like a moth to the flame. But else would you come, if not for Nashu and Inspector Hildibrand's shenanigans? Oh, where in the world could he be? Oh, it's you. I don't suppose you bumped into Hildibrand around here about, have you? Making his inquiries? No. Oh, ever since Shiguri got detained, the Inspector's been busy looking into the fears of a Cabano, but to no avail. Never fear, my faithful assistants. I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice, a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good man. I might go so far as to say that, in all my years as Inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of my investigation into the darker rumors, I reached a serious missive I can, but presume he was penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildibrand. Even in the Far East you've got yourself a following. Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. That's interesting. It's definitely outwritten by a Hingan, but they don't seem to be good with their Eorzean letters. Yeah, something of light. You who seeks the strongest of swords, the sword, know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me upon Kugane Ohashi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. The something of light, you say? Why, you must be referring to none other than my humble self. The one and only Gentleman of Light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. Alright, this is where the trial comes in. We'll see how long the DPS queue is. I'm pretty sure they were at Warrior, not Gentleman. Surely that means they're talking about me. What do you think, Inspector? He left. Inspector? I wish you could unrestrict these more easily. What do you mean he ran up and ran off? And why are you still standing here? You should hurry up and try to catch him before he does something silly. Wait, why am I not sprinting? Is that you? As you can see, I found myself in a pickle. And by a pickle, I mean the ground. Gyane Ohashi lies beyond. But I found myself suddenly accosted, then inverted, then embedded thusly by the dear but misjudged Jim. Alright, let's see how long the queue is. "17 minutes? Okay. Well, we'll see how long this lasts for. Hold on, let me just make some text. Or not. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't take too long. Hey Steven, have you completed this? You want to join me? Alright, what else can we do? Why is my bitrate so unstable? Swear, most of this is gonna be waiting. Then I think what else I haven't done that we can do. DPS queues, my favorite. Especially for an ultra casual player who won't play tanker or healer. If this takes too long, then I'll just stop and do it my... If it takes too long, I'll just try to unsync it, but I doubt that would work. Let me see if this is unsyncable. I don't think it will be. Screw it, I'm unsyncing it. I got tired of waiting. If we wipe, we get echo. Alright, we're doing this the canonical way. Far, far too long have I waited for this rematch. The Saburo Tsukihiro may have brought us together, but 'twas fate that you ordained we engage in glorious something. Victory will be mine this day. God, that is loud. Alright, let's do this. My heart is beating. Let's do this. I'm dying! This is a close one. I'm dead. Alright, echo up. Let me turn down the game volume. We're doing good. It's him. Damn it! Got a vulnerability stack. I don't know if this is possible, I'll be honest. We did it! Oh my god, we actually did it! We just needed one stack of Echo! I yield, I yield! I throw myself upon your boundless mercy and beg forgiveness, please. He's surrendering. Pack it up. I can't believe that actually worked. So, the Arcane Crest has to be used at the right time. That's the answer. Oh, let me turn my volume back up. Hello, game bar. Game bar! Alright, we did it. And we didn't even need anybody. Turns out an item level of 710 as a Reaper is enough. That would have been more than doable even with Echo. We meet again, Hildy. Greg! I saw you were a sight for sore eyes. How did you come to be here in Hugane? And the Far East for that matter. Ah, well you see, the thing about that is... I say to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim this entire time. Indeed I was. After Shaft's bested me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for an inevitable third bout. But when I saw you had misread my carefully written words to come in his stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. I can't believe that that was perfectly unsyncable with literally just one echo stack. Now, Greg, there is no need for apologies between friends. Yet again, I must ask though, how did you come to be here in Kugane, as a ronin of much repute and a remarkably thin waist? I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence. There's a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon might have found myself bereft of both. Driven to deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and I instantly looked to my bosom friend. The painted rooster had offered me companionship in my dark— He ate his rooster! When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I had carried with me around, for he ate his chicken. By his grace, I survived for days and days after, until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He too was clearly a victim of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune. In each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus did I name him Daigoro, and thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might but live to see another day. When we at last arrived at Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such ventures I acquired the Zanmato, in fact. I began to build my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, the legendary Ronin must rest to meet the expectations of his clients, so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. Kageyama was one such client. When I saw that Shasta and his comrades were to be my opponent, though, I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. More. Fool of me. Needless to say, the sight of the man who had bounced me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so when I heard tell of the sword, I knew I must claim it in preparation for a battle. The rest you know. So what you're telling me is, he's Xenos! Because he just wants to fight us and that's it. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic, besides, for though I fought with all my strength, yet again was I defeated by the great and powerful Warrior of Light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I've taken my shot and fallen short, so I cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors, that I might make amends for my misdeeds. I wish I'd be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let's return to Nashu. You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. If I had known that I could have unsynced that, because the mechanics were easier than I thought they would be. Because I was reading on the wiki and I was like, oh crap. Which reminds me. Terrible news, everyone. Whatever is the matter. Mr. Shigure, as punishment for helping the wolf burglar escape, he's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. This is indeed a disturbing development. We have no time to spare. Our only recourse is to delve deeper into the past of Akabano, recover proof that the sword he claims was first stolen by himself. Divide and conquer. How did Akabano earn his fortune? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. They were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. When I had the coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables, his clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. I should be glad to speak of Master Akabano to you, albeit solely in regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there's another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from that birthplace of alchemy, Ranzohan. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hanish ingredients. Up to competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. This has led many in desperate needs of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. Ultimately wholly within the confines of the law. So again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success. I will say nothing on his morals, or ethics, or lack thereof. Oh, whoops. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share? Out with it. They're second to none. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain? Is he? As expected, there's far more Takabana than meets the eye. Inspector, we've gotta hurry. It's gonna be carried out any moment if we don't do something. Well, already, and here's hoping to be my first conduct a thorough investigation. There are many roads which lead to just ends, so if we must take a shortcut, then so be it. Why do I keep getting emails? We're too late. Honored brothers, I will not beg for your forgiveness, only pray that by this humble offering of life, I might absolve the Sekisugumi of the shame I brought upon it through my misdeeds. It's Hildibrand. It's Hildibrand, of course it's Hildibrand. What is the meaning of this? This man is an imposter! Seize him! Seize him at once! Run, Hildibrand, run! Now's your chance! Now's your chance! Come on! Shiguri! Now's your chance to escape! I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shiguri, for you have the Saburo Tsukihiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. Aye, this is indeed the sword. Very well. Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send a runner to Master Akabono's estate at once. Holy shit, he actually did it. We are far from finished, Shiguri. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I have decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Mr. Akabano and... That will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of Wolf Burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. Master Kumode. Wait, I know you, Master Akabano's guest. The one that Geico threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of any such event, or of you for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there is no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you are free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Kumode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shigure, the matter of the sword and Master Akabano is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. Did he have guilty eyes? I, Hildibrand, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. Shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand you still have questions for the Wolf Burglar. Alright, last one. Shigure wants answers now, or he wants them eventually? Shigure, over here! My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You'll forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the Gal where I spoke with the Wolf Burglar. You shared me some rather troubling information. Not long after you delivered him into custody, Akabano soared into the Gal and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akabano concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at that time, but the Wolf Burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with white powder. Given his reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the Wolf Burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akabano clamor for it so? My keenest extra sense is tingling. Where's the satchel now? The possession of the men and women in the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we get them the proper password. As above, so below. Hold on. Understood. Let's hasten to their den of iniquity. Wait, which way? There we go. That's the fast way. Knew you'd turn up again sooner or later. I suspect you'd be bringing another unfamiliar face, though. What are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf warrior told me you have it. If he did, then he would tell you the magic words too. As of course they are. Soar high above and never go low. Yep. What? Kami, take me! No! This is no time for fun and games, Inspector. As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal, but we gotta be careful. So I think it's drugs, personally. Damn if I know what it is, when my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Seek the assistance of a Hannish alchemist or someone versed in alchemical traditions? Perhaps someone at the Thavnerian consulate? To the Thavnerian consulate. This is of course before you go to Radzahan. Hey, here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of Overend Consulate. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's an Ethernet for that. It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you allowed an appointment or not? Not as such, no. Then my hands, they are tied. Our procedure is samurai and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under the normal circumstances, I would agree. This is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made? Well, ho, young Manderville man. God, Bert. Father. What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events are too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hannish alchemist, or one with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hannish regions. How fortunate then should we chance to meet. I am a representative of the Sajatra concern of Radzahan, should you know the name. We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. This is much generous of you, far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order? I say, let's not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. The powder, it is most fascinating. Your niche of Hannish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather, and its sale's forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it can be used to create dew prism. Dew prism? A most powerful drug. Dimful enough to befuddle the senses, or even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. This is not an exaggeration. Resistance is most regrettably quite futile. Undetectable, it is safe for the occasional glimmer in the eyes. A change of the color, fleeting and impossible. By the Kami, I have seen such a glimmer before. Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? Master Kumode is being manipulated! Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Sure you were. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. Well, that makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sexigumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last, we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let's put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hilda's infectious enthusiasm. Inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Akabano, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it? He's hiding. Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? But that's impossible! Ah, thought you'd seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself with sitting in a gaol, I could escape on a whim, while you lot bungee your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. By escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along. To secure my freedom so you could expose his crimes together? And reclaim the sword in the bargain, eh? This is no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're on the same page, let's be on our way. He's bound for Beko, off to meet with a silent partner. Capital. If we hurry, perhaps we can beat him. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. That is the way the winds are blowing. Let no one say I also don't blow. This is the place, I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. What? Huh? Father? By the Kami. Could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akabano? Don't be daft, look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akamano, but to the matter at hand. The Dew Prism. It has served you well, met your expectations, I trust? Ha ha ha! Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless. The chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He has already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating them. More than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the sword is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The bug Yosho, perhaps. Magistrate Akabano, ha. Why not? All Kugane is mine for the taking. We're more right than you know. Master Akamano, for I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzen consortium which you've doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Albanard, but all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, you will serve him faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. He was poisoned! He poisoned both of them! Kami forfend! He's under the influence of Dew Prism! That took me way too long to figure out, I will admit. Wait, you fool, now is not the time. Father, 'tis your beloved son Hildibrand, hearken to me. These men are villains, you are being deceived. Spectre arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless you or friends are cowering and hiding, just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon yours is most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Uh-oh. Knock some sense into him. Uh-oh. Get it, Hildibrand! Get Hildibrand! What just happened? And of course I didn't run ads. Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone! Oh, and he beat up Akabano. What just happened? Well, I'll see you, Hildibrand. Uh-oh. Forgive me, Father, but you know not what you do! It's like a helicopter. You're Manderville! Manderville! Man, we went overtime. Ah, so this is when he was first born. Vanderbilt man! Abort, father, abort! Steering reverse Vanderbilt meteor strike! Ooh, and I'm spent. What happened here? What was that noise? Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess. It should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern, so he wasn't influenced. Be rejoiced, my friend, for reclaimed the sword once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akabano will be so loath to set it aside that he'd rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. Final favor if you indulge me. Lay it on my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'd be wanting me to get back to the goal. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. And an upstanding Satsugumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. You sure about this? Now, if you ask me, go to your father. Toguri has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit to comfort and closure it deserves. We actually did it. Man, I thought this would have ended like 20 minutes ago. You're mad, each and every one of you, even the samurai, and I love you all the more for it. Thank you. To hold fast to a righteous creed, you recognize when too rigid an adherence will result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Without, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace, and mourning my own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. What? Enkidu, how? Then what was it I ate that fateful day? Fools, you think this is the end? I think not. Uh-oh. We have to get out of here now. Huzzah, you belong to me now, Ronin. Now spirit me away from this place. Far, far away. Far, far away? Greg, no! Cease your egress! Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Oh, he's taking Hildibrand! Heck yeah! Wait, no, how dare you! Bobby, this is gonna get worse before it gets any better! Wait for me, Inspector! I guess that's not the end of this. But I haven't finished post-Endwalker. Maybe once I finish Post Endwalker, I'll do this. Oh, there he goes, my beloved son. Not getting to fly up in the sky as before. This time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown. But as an expector extraordinaire and a render from man besides. I say, a father cannot be more proud. And off goes Lord Godbert, along with Akabano. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let's be off. It's finally over. Alright, we're finally done. I cannot even begin to imagine where I'd be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. I have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under his thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. Sir Akabano and his now defunct enterprise. The consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to work for a more equitable arrangement between Hamish suppliers and Hingon merchants. All agreed on another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, and I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, wouldn't you? The best part? In light of his crimes, all debts owed to him are to be wiped clean. There was a time when I might not have had such thought as much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It all seems so simple in the abstract, but out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay, and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I'm worried of the second Segumi, it's because of you and him. Ah, speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildibrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search or... Oh, is this a regular This is a regular occurrence, fair enough. You're certain that it'll turn up eventually, none the worse for wear. I shall take your word for it and strike all the way from my mind. Will the fateful day ever come? You and he are reunited once more? I but ask that you give him my best regards. I'd say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder what he's doing now. Keeping watch for the next Akabano. I'll not fault him if he were, but I might take issue with his methods. And should he abandon all pretense of being a common thief, then I'll bring him to justice. This I swear. Yuri, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave? Whenever you're passing through Kugane, I pray you do not hesitate to call me on me here at the barracks. Alright, back to Alamigo. You've learned the Manderville Mambo. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't stop recording. I saw him. Ow. Hour of the Echo? That was Hildibrand Stormblood. What in the world? Oh. It's the credits. This didn't actually happen. Hildibrand will return in Endwalker, not in Shadowbringers.